Hello guys, and welcome back to Synister Show and Tell, the show where I indulge in some unboxing videos, some model reviews, and possibly even Tactica in the foreseeable future. This week we are talking about the Sternguard Veterans fine cast models from Citadel and Games Workshop, obviously. And today we're just going to do an unboxing with this box I bought for my Ultramarines, as I said I would. And we're just going to take a little look in it. As you can see, it's still in the plastic wrap, unopened. And I know you can see there's another one right there that is obviously out of the plastic, but that'll be made clear soon enough. Anyway, we're going to switch to close cam, which is pretty much going to just be me moving that camera here, because unlike Beasts of War, I don't have two cameras. So let's get to it. Okay, so finally switched the camera around, and I'm sorry for the poor lighting, but I'm not in a studio. Anyway, let's get this open. I'm going to use a craft knife. As always, be careful when using craft knives, X-Acto knives, or any kind of sharp modelling tool of the sort. I just have to put that in there. Okay, get rid of that now. Okay, so let's look at the front of the box first. Well, as you can see, the models on the front are obviously way out of my painting abilities, but I shall try. Anyway, let's have a look what's inside. Oh, plastic tray. Lovely. Right, anyway. So they all come in this neat plastic display tray. We probably have the 5 bases and the 5 regulation Space Marine backpacks, as per usual with any Space Marine model, I think. And ooh, that's a lot of overspill with the Right, well, on first glance it looks a bit messy, to be honest with you, and not particularly good casting. I say these aren't my first models, fine cast models. These aren't. Hang on, I'm going to turn the camera because you can't really see that well. Yeah, my first fine cast model was the Terminator Librarian, and that one was pretty good, but it did have a few thin spots where the banner, well, not the banner, the book and the staff were concerned. This guy seems to have an awful lot of air bubbles, mostly there along the shoulder. So let's check if the other ones are the same. See this guy. Ah no, this guy doesn't look too bad. This guy looks pretty well done. He does have a bit of a snotty looking bit there, but it's to be expected. Yeah, 2 seconds, my battery's about to run out, so I'm just going to go get a charger at a moment. And we're back with power. Okay, back to this guy. Yeah, this guy definitely looks a lot better in regards to the casting. So I can't see any air bubbles to speak of. No, so that guy is definitely, yeah, this guy is definitely up to par with the moulding. Because the one issues I've had with fine cast so far is that, unlike pewter, when you melt it down, resin tends to be thick. It tends to be quite thick and gloopy, whereas with metal, when you melt that down, especially pewter, something as soft as that, it generally tends to become quite watery then, and gets into the crevices a bit more. But no, here's another one. It's pretty good. Yeah. Sorry if I'm not showing it that well, but I'm not really used to doing close cams like this. Yeah, this guy has a power fist, which I'm determined to convert into a regular hand somehow, because I don't want any power fists. Yeah, this guy is definitely much better as well. So that's 2 out of 3. That's been pretty good. Let's see. This guy's foot is a bit rotten. Looks more like a Nurgle Marine. Looks more like a Plague Marine's foot. See? Right there. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, this one doesn't look too bad. Looks actually no, it looks a bit pitted. It does, the mask, because it's probably not even worth showing because the camera probably won't pick it up. But if you see, this guy's head is, this head looks perfect and it's smooth and whatnot. This guy's head looks extremely rough and almost like the rough surface of water, choppy water on his helmet. So I'm not too pleased with that one. I can definitely see a seal thing there. Let's see this one. Yeah, this one's a bit better. So this one looks kind of in between the two. I can't see any bubbles. There are a few rough points, but no, this guy looks pretty good as well. Let's see, show you up close. I will most likely take some proper photos and overlay them or put them in the corner of the video so you can get a better look. So yeah, that's pretty good. And we got some weapon choices for one of them. See, which one would it be? I think it'd be this guy by here. We have sorry about that. Oh god, it's too early. No, that's someone else's. We have the combi plasma gun. Hang on, let me try and hold it so you can see in the light. Combi plasma gun. Not bad. And we have the combi melter, which looks pretty cool. So not really much to say. Quality is a bit here and there. Some of them don't look. These two look pretty well done. These two, however, I'm a bit disappointed in, and I suppose you can see why, because there's a few parts where it's gone a bit thin, and not particularly happy with that. Anyway, let's just move the camera back to where it wasn't meant to be. Okay, and we're back. I don't know how much of a good view you got of the actual models. I apologise if it wasn't that, well, good. But I am going to have to probably rethink the whole close cam thing. Like maybe use my iPhone for this camera and then that camera, the better one, for the close cam. But I will take some photos of them and put them up. Anyway, I know you'd probably love to see these assembled and see how well I can paint them. I'd love to show you, so I will. Here's some I made earlier. I've always wanted to say that. And here they are, from this box, which is why it is opened. And I didn't really go for any specific colour scheme. I pretty much just tried to better my painting by trying to achieve the same effects they did on the actual box. Yes. Anyway, and well, that's the result. Once again, I'll upload some. I'll put some actual proper photos, close-up photos of them, so you can get a good look at them. These guys had their fair share of problems as well with these guys. I'll start from this end. This guy was probably the most disappointing. By here, he is well, I don't really know what description to give him. This guy had a pretty big air bubble located right here in the shoulder, in which the rim of the shoulder pad, the raised edge, the bottom half pretty much didn't cast at all, and it was a pretty big air bubble when it's really noticeable, especially now that it's been painted. And so that I am really, really quite disappointed at. You can even see it in the camera by here, the white that goes around and stops. So if I just hold it there. Focus, thank you. See, that is just terrible. It hasn't ruined the arm. I did want to try and get a kind of effect where it looks like the... Oh god, I can't stop running. Right, I did try to get an effect where it looked like it had been blown off or something by a bolt around. Well, no, I didn't try to get an effect. I was hoping it would look like that, but oh well. Oh, and also the edge of the magazine as well isn't there. It has an air bubble there as well. But apart from those two, that is pretty much it for him. Now let's move on to this guy. Now, I just want to ask you, do you notice anything different between these particular two models? Notice anything strange? I'll hold it in the white. Power fist? No power fist. Yep, this was the power fist guy, and if you look closely, if it focuses, there you go. No power fist, and I gotta be fair, I'm quite proud of that, of how that turned out. Yeah, that is the arm from... Can I go like that now? Yeah, that is the arm from the Terminator. No, not from the Terminator. That is the arm from a rocket launcher, guys. The arm that comes up onto the side of the barrel of the rocket launcher. I cut the hand off and cut the arm up from the elbow, and then I put the Terminator Librarian's hand, which looks like it's doing the kind of like force lightning thing or whatever it's called. I put that on there, and I gotta say, it is pretty... That's probably a seamless conversion to me, because I can't see anything wrong with that. And let me just... Oh yeah, this is one of the issues I had with this guy, and it was with I don't know if you'll see it. Let me put it on the white. Ah, there you are. Right, see the strap for his gun, the carrying strap? There's a nick taken out of it. Yeah, that was not of my own doing. That is where an air bubble was, and it didn't get through to the moulding, really. But, let me just see, is there anything else that was a problem? Nope, okay, right, anyway, that's that anyway, and I'm really proud of how, and I'm really proud of how this guy turned out. Oh yeah, hang on, another thing I forgot to say about this guy. His bolt gun, the scope actually didn't cast on it. It had the back end of the scope, but the end of it didn't cast. So that was a big issue, but thankfully enough, I had one scope left over from my old Scout Sniper Squad box, so that helped a lot. I'd say these two I had to convert a fair bit. And this guy is probably the worst in the box, this guy was. I don't think he had any air bubbles to speak of. Yeah. He didn't have any air bubbles. God, I'm not used to it for autofocusing that quick. Yeah, he didn't have any air bubbles to speak of, but like, see, where was it? Oh yeah, it's the same guy as well. Like that other guy, what I said, it was the texture was a bit rough on him. This guy also is. This shoulder pad, you probably won't see it in this cam, but you'll see it in the photos later, hopefully. Although it looks like I've gone really heavy and thick with the paint, I haven't. That is the actual texture of the shoulder pad. And same goes for this hand, where the finger looks it looks really thick and almost, you know, undetailed, and all down the leg along here as well is a bit, it looks a bit rough, it does, but other than that, this guy turned out really well, and I'm actually really proud of how the paint job turned out with the laurels. The laurels on his chest, that's probably one of the finest details I've done. You know, well, I don't know if ever, possibly, but in a while. So I'm pretty proud of how those turned out. You'll get a better look of them in the photos. And next, this guy, I got worried about, I did, actually, because when I was painting him, and the best way to show this is his shoulder. When I was painting this guy, first of all I started off painting the shoulder, you know, after I base coated it, and I base coated it and washed it and whatnot, and then put the white on the shoulder, and then I put graveyard brown or something, graveyard earth. I put that as a base coat on the sort of tarp thing, or parchment thing there, cloth, and it looked perfect. It did. It looked, just with that, you know, the paint, I didn't get any overspill onto the actual shoulder pad with the blue or the brown. Anyway, sorry about that. I had someone knocking at the door. Anyway, I think I was on this guy. Right. This guy, as I was saying, I'm most proud of this guy. He's the guy with the tassel thing there, whatever it's called. And, zoom in, focus, there. And the reason is because with this guy, right, once I base coated him in blue and then washed it, and then did the white details, and then did the white details, and then base coated this in graveyard earth, which is brown. It just been done so perfect that I didn't want to do anything else to it. I just wanted to keep that brown, but I knew I had to do something, and I went over it in bleached bone. Yeah, sorry if I'm not showing it that well. I went over it in bleached bone, and then highlighted it with skull white, and then I went over and then I made a wash out of a fair bit of water and graveyard earth, and that's the result, and it looks kind of like someone spilled tea over it. But I'm happy with the way this guy turned out. Mostly proud with how the end of the melter gun turned out, because normally I'd have just paint those gold and then go over them in a black wash, but this time I tried to do a blend effect where I transitioned from silver into what looks like almost like rusted. It almost looks like tin bits, but it's not. Because what it was let's see, I went over it all in mithril silver, then slightly further down I went over it in bolt gun, then I give it a wash, a black wash, and then I went over it again, and then I made another ring of bolt gun, then I had a really thin layer of gold around the tip, and then I washed it again, and that's the result. But anyway, yeah, this guy is probably the one I'm most proud of how he turned out. Nothing to speak of per se, really. It's just one of the better ones I've done out of these guys. And then we have this guy, who his shoulder was a bit. His shoulder was a little bit lacking in certain sense. Some of the little stubs, or whatever you want to call them, are missing. You know, they were missed out in the casting or something. But no, this guy turned out quite well. You know, I'm happy with the way his leg turned out. You know, with the stubs. I was going to do his leg entirely white, just like the shoulder, but I thought it might be a bit overdoing it. So, yeah, this guy turned out too good as well. And as I said, once again, I will be putting up either at the end, or I possibly have already done them, but I don't know until I've done them. I possibly have already put them up, and you know, I'll show close-ups of them in pictures and whatnot. But anyway, let's zoom the camera out. Anyway, that's a bit low. Oops, I'm knocking models over. So much for professionalism. Yeah, right. So, anyway, let me know what you think of... Let me know what your personal opinions are of the Sternguard veterans, whether it be tactics, whether it be to do with the models posing and their actual customizability, because personally I'm not really happy with the way Sternguards and Vanguards are modelled, because considering they have lots of conversion ideas, and since they have a lot of convertibility, you know, with the things in the codex and whatnot, so you can give them quite extensive loadouts. You know, I think it's a bit laying it on thick. You know, that they would make them so, you know, I don't know what word to use for it. Just make them so rigid, basically. You know, in their design. They should have made them in the same way as the tactical marines and the assault marines, you know, where you can interchange certain weapons without having to do heavy customization and whatnot. But that's my opinion. Anyway, just leave a comment saying what your opinions are of the Sternguard veterans, Vanguard veterans, even the Finecast products themselves. And also let me know what you think of the paint job. I have improved it since the first video, where I had an awful lot of comments saying wash, basically. Yeah, almost everyone said use a wash, and I'm going to tell you now, right, actually, those were washed. Yeah, all of those models that you saw all had a base coat of enchanted blue, and were washed with Azure blue entirely. It's just that the camera does not pick up the details that well. Probably mostly due to the fact that the lighting isn't that good, because the lighting would cast its own shadows and highlights on them and make it so that you wouldn't be able to see them that well. But I have improved my paint job on these for definite, especially on the heads. So let me know what you think of the job, and also, before I mention that, and also the gold. I think I've done really well on, because I have improved what I've done on the gold. I don't just go over it in silver and then go over it in gold. I didn't go over it in. I think some people said go over it in Devlin Mud, or was like a reddish kind of brown. I didn't go over it in that, but what I did was I went over it in silver first, touched it up with a light layer of shining gold. Then I went over it in a really, really watered down graveyard brown, because I don't have a lot of browns. I don't have that many paints at my disposal at the moment. I went over it in a really light wash of that, and then I highlighted it with silver. So let me know what you think of the result, and and of course, right, let me know what you think tactics wise with these guys, because from what I'm gathering, these guys would be best used behind a squad of tactical marines, personally. You know, so you have, let's say, you have the Vanguard veterans with, you know, the Vanguard veterans and the assault veterans, not assault veterans, and the assault marines up the front, obviously, and then you'd have, let's say, a team of 10 or 20 tactical marines, and then a squad of 10 of these guys behind them. That's the way I'm planning on using them. But let me know if you think differently. So, any tactics you can think of that I could probably use when using them, please let me know. And yes, I'm well aware I'm waving my hands around an awful lot again, but as I said, it is involuntary. I cannot help it. It's a habit. Anyway, I'm rambling again. Let me know what you think. Let me know of anything you think I can improve. Please don't just say wash, because I've told you now, these guys have been washed. It's not my fault the camera doesn't pick it up, or the lighting. So, anyway, let me know what you think. Once again, I'm saying it. And, you know, I'm Synister Dan, and this has been Synister Dan's Show and Tell. Next time, we will most likely do the Devastator squad, because that will most likely be the next group of models I get once I finished assembling and painting these guys. So, Synister Dan's Show and Tell. Good luck with your models, and please post a video response of any models that you are currently working on. And don't forget to rate and subscribe, and we shall see you another time.